10 children were playing hide-and-seek and hid in a dry well. A careless construction crew filled it in. Afterwards, the construction crew built a subway station here. Strange things began to happen one after another. That night, a passenger was waiting for the subway. The platform door opened automatically for no apparent reason. Then he heard the voices of children coming from the tracks. He hurriedly stuck his head out to take a look. The next second, tragedy struck. After this incident, the staff took it seriously and began monitoring the subway station 24 hours a day. But despite this, they were unable to prevent another tragedy from occurring. One night, a young man, as if possessed, stood on the subway tracks. The subway driver saw this and braked urgently. But in the end, tragedy struck. The police quickly called in a forensic doctor. However, when he knelt down, he suddenly discovered a little girl. He asked the little girl what she was doing hiding there. The girl didn't speak, but instead pulled out a piece of paper with numbers on it. The forensic doctor immediately read them out loud. Just then, a colleague called out to him. Strangely, when he turned around, the little girl had mysteriously disappeared. A series of strange incidents occurred at the subway station. This quickly attracted a female reporter to investigate. When she came to the subway station to interview the driver's body was covered in scratch marks. At first, she didn't think much of it and asked a few casual questions before the man left. However, the next morning, her colleagues were celebrating the viral report. But then the manager walked over and scolded the girl because the driver had already died. She questioned the girl about why she had made a false report. Just as the girl checked yesterday's surveillance footage, she froze in shock. The screen showed that during her interview yesterday, there was indeed only her alone beside her. Just as the reporter was puzzled by this, a woman staggered into the subway station restroom. At that moment, another strange incident occurred. The lights on the ceiling suddenly flickered on and off. She was still complaining about how unlucky she was. But the next second, she seemed to go mad, stumbling and being dragged into the stall by a mysterious force. The security guard heard the screams coming from inside, rushed to the restroom to investigate. However, as soon as he arrived, he heard a child's voice. Realizing something was wrong, he hurried forward to check, but the sound mysteriously vanished at that moment. To figure out what was happening, he slowly crawled into the gap below to look. What he saw was a terrifying scene. As the restroom lights flickered continuously, a man and a woman had mysteriously died inside the restroom.